Your team played with a lot of grit. Do you think at the end, it was just a matter of the Caps out-talenting you in the series?
No, I don't know. I don't think anybody falls back on that. I thought, bottom line is I think both teams competed very hard. At the end of the day, they made a couple more plays throughout the series than we did, and that's probably the difference.
Was a big difference today, the 5-on-3?
Well, both teams had had significant 5-on-3s today, and neither team scored. But from our standpoint, obviously that's one point where we could have pushed the momentum our way.
Just power play in general, was it more the things that you guys didn't do, or things they took away from you?
I think a little bit of everything. I give their penalty kill a lot of credit. Their PK, pressure PK. They're very disciplined. They're very much in sync together. They did a good job.
The big guns weren't able to make the impression that they would have liked. How much of that is fatigue, injury, the Caps just shutting them down? What's the breakdown there?
Well, I don't know. It's in terms of adding all of that up, it's a tough time to do it 30 minutes after. But I'm sure there's some of a lot of those, all of those factors are partially at play. We've pushed awful hard here for the last really the last 3-4 months. If you look all the way back to somewhere around January 1st, January 5th, I mean, it's been a hard push for us. We haven't been able to take our foot off the gas, but I don't think there won't be one guy in our room that rests on that. We came into the series to win the series. We came into today's game to win Game 6 and move on to Game 7. So, we came up short of that.
Dave, what did you learn about Alex Ovechkin in this series?
I thought he played a hell of a series. He was a physical two-way player. He affected every game, whether or not it was offensively.
What positives can you take from the series and put them into next year?
Give me a couple days on that. I think there's a lot of positives, but like I said, right now the one outstanding fact is we came. I don't know if many people gave us an opportunity in this series, but there wasn't one guy in our room that thought that our season would end during this series. I mean, we came in with a mentality and a confidence to go out and do the job and win the series. And like I said, we came up short of that goal. So we'll take a couple days and look at the positives, of which there's going to be a great number of positives. But our first and foremost, our goal was to get the Game 7.
Dave, you said earlier in the series you felt that Giroux and Simmons were playing well at the 5-on-5, just not finishing. Did you see that at the end of the series too, or did you think that they were affected by other things?
Well, I guess the easy way, that you can possibly look at it is you look at stats, right? I don't buy that. Those guys were our leaders, and they played extremely hard, throughout this series. I'm sure the results aren't exactly what they would want. And as I said, the end result for our team with the loss tonight is not the result that we wanted, but those guys have been absolute warriors for us all the way through.
Did you as a coach try to do anything can you do anything to try to free them in some way, or you just say, hey, they're playing hard, they've been there for us all year, but we got to count on it kind of just playing the free on its own? No,
I mean, we tried doing, there's some different things, but you can look at a lot of matchups and worry about that. There's different little things that can be done. I mean, switching up a line combination here or there. Tonight we tried to get a little boost in the third period by switching up those combinations and changing the rhythm a little bit. We had a pretty good push in the third, just not quite enough. I mean, those guys, their group defended extremely well.
Is their penalty kill tough to adjust to because of how much pressure they apply?
Well, they did a good job, and like I said, I think we could have done a better job as a group, gaining possession, getting eyes up, and being able to make a play against a high pressure kill. But as I said, the advantage went to them in their penalty kill, and kudos to them through the series for that.
Do you think the series would have been any different if Couturier was healthy?
Well, he wasn't available, so I guess I can't answer that question. We've been pretty comfortable with with our group, regardless of who was available or not available all year long. I guess I really haven't given that one a second thought to this point in time. We all know how much of a quality player and a leader that Coots has turned into for us, but simple fact is he wasn't available.
First year with this team, just what did you learn about yourself through this first year?
Give me a few days on that one. Give me a few days. The understanding of what it is to be part of the Philadelphia Flyers organization is a very clear one, and one of the first, one of the foundations of it is going out and competing hard and competing the right way, night in and night out. And I think if you look down the stretch of what this group went out and did, they lived up true to that.
How about you, Coach? I mean, it's your first year in the NHL and now first shot at the playoffs. Was the experience exactly how you imagined it, or different?
Honestly, I need a few days to reel that in. I'm disappointed that we're not preparing over the next couple of days for Game 7, and that's the overriding feeling that I have right now. I've been proud of this group all the way through. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but I think the group has really stuck together, pushed forward, and found a way to go out and find ways to accomplish things rather than find excuses why we weren't going to be able to accomplish things. So have I enjoyed it? Absolutely. I've loved every minute of it.
The off-season beginning, do you use this series now to realize where you are and how you need to improve?
Well, yeah, I think you use all the information at hand in order to evaluate and look at ways to get better. This series is obviously this is the latest information that we have, and playoff time obviously is a little different level, as we all know, but it'll be part of the information for sure that we use as a staff and as a group to evaluate and look at areas that we need to improve on and push forward.
From where you are in your cycle as a team, what do you think? How proud do you think Ed Snyder will be right now?
Well, I hope Mr. Snyder is proud. Our guys. I'll go back to our opportunity to go out and visit him on our West Coast trip out there, and how special that was. And there's a lot of guys in our room that had the opportunity to get to know Mr. Snyder much better than I did. But in my short amount of time and in my meetings with him, he's a man that has a huge impact on everybody that he meets and everybody that he touches. So, we were playing hard for the Philadelphia Flyers, for the Flyers organization, for the fans, and certainly for Mr. Snyder.
Last question.
Can you speak a little bit about the Doble performance this year of the fourth line, particularly in this playoff series?
Well, it's a group that, I guess I got a smile on my face. I mean, those guys, they've been a huge part of our team. For whatever reason, they fit together, and they're a hard group to play against. And come playoff time, I thought they were one of the groups that really raised their level, and they went out and continued to do a great job, at the elevated level of intensity that comes with the playoffs.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.